Today, I want to talk about building a business as a multi-passionate entrepreneur, as a multi-passionate person, right? And I know that this is something that a lot of people struggle with when they're first starting out, especially. You really enjoy doing a lot of different things. You love learning, you're really interested in a bunch of different things, and you can do a bunch of different things, right? But what do you offer to sell in your business, right? And when you're first starting your business, a lot of times people are trying to figure out, okay, well, I can do this thing and this thing and this thing, but which of these things should I really build a business around? Which of these things are actually going to make me money and, help me to build a successful business? And a lot of times we hear on social media and everything, you have to niche, you have to pick what you're going to sell. You can't offer everything. It's kind of just, if you're trying to sell everything to everyone, you're going to sell nothing, right? And that is typically what we hear in the online space, in the entrepreneur space. And that is completely true, right? If you have offers that are all over the map, it's going to be really hard for you to position yourself as a knowledge expert and as someone who really knows what they're doing if you're trying to be everything to everyone, right? But I think to a certain extent, we've kind of swung too far in that direction. So now people feel that it's wrong to want to build maybe multiple businesses or have multiple offerings within their business. And I think we, as kind of this in this entrepreneur business space, we're going to swing back towards the middle. And this is something that you really start to discover when you have built a more established business. If you are looking at, okay, now do I want to go and start another business? Or how can I increase my passive income from this business, right? How can I take myself out of the day-to-day of this business? And I think that's where we kind of come full circle and we come back around to, is it okay for me to be multi-passionate, for me to have these different things? And the answer is yes, of course it's okay, right? It's your life, it's your business. Do whatever the hell you want, right? I think the important thing to think about is when you're first starting out, look at, okay, I'd like to do this thing, and this thing. Choose one of those things. Give that thing your time, your attention. Build a successful offering around that thing, right? That doesn't mean you can never sell those other things. That doesn't mean you can never create a business out of those other things. It just means not right now, right? And I think that's what's so important. We think, oh, I can never create a business around this thing. I can never sell this thing. And that's not it. It's really just not right now, because where your attention goes, that thing grows. So if you're really splitting your time and your attention across multiple things, it's kind of like you're moving each thing an inch, right? Just move this over here a little bit, move this over here a little bit, move this over here a little bit, instead of focusing on one thing and moving that a mile, right? And that's really where that thought process of niching, of picking, of really nailing down on something comes from. It's not that it's not that being multi-passionate is a bad thing. It's not that you're never going to be able to create other businesses. It's just focus on the thing that you really want to build your business around and put your time and attention there. And if you're wondering, okay, well, I like all three of these things, what should I do? Focus on the why of your business, not just, oh, I want to help these types of people in this business, but the why for you, right? And I talk about this all the time. What do you want out of your business? And how do you want your business to support the life that you want to live? Because if you don't take that into consideration while you're building your business, it's so much more likely that you're going to build a business that doesn't make you feel supported and that you don't enjoy in the long run, right? And that's not what we want, right? So when you're choosing between multiple business ideas, think about what is going to support the why of my business. What is going to support me as a business owner? What am I going to be able to grow the easiest, right? If speed is important to you, what am I going to be able to grow the fastest, right? think about all those things when you're deciding which one of these things do I want to put my focus on right now, and save those things for later. What I like to do is I keep a list of revenue stream ideas or new business ideas. I keep a list of those in ClickUp so that I know, okay, I'm just parking this here for right now, right? That doesn't mean I'm leaving it forever, but I just don't have the time and the bandwidth to give my focus to something new right now, or something else right now. And so I'm just going to park it here for now, and I'm going to circle back to it, right? And what's going to happen is, after you've built a successful business that is more established, you can focus on taking yourself out of the day-to-day of that business a little bit, so that you now have the time and the bandwidth to look at new streams of revenue, look at new businesses. So you're not splitting your time. And I think that is the piece of the puzzle that a lot of people either aren't aware of, or they just, they don't know. They haven't been there, right? You don't know what you don't know. And this is something that I see with a lot of, my peers and my friends who have built successful businesses. They're now looking to, okay, what's the next thing, right? Either how do I get this business to the next level, or this business is great, I want to keep it going as it is, or I'm going to sell it, right? Whatever. And I want to put my time and attention over here to this other thing. And that's really where you start to get into this kind of serial entrepreneur type of person. And if you've ever noticed, there's people who, it seems like every business that they get into, every business that they start, most of the time, it's a success, right? And so they're actually owning and possibly running multiple successful businesses. Why is that? How do they do that? It's because being a business owner, being an entrepreneur is a skill set. And you will get better and better as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and then you will use those skills and apply those skills to any businesses, any revenue streams that you want to create and build in the future. So that's why it's so important to just park those ideas. It's totally okay. Don't make being multi-passionate a bad thing, right? I think it's something like most millionaires have like 7 streams of income, right? So we still want to get there. You should still want to have multiple streams of income. And that's where being multi-passionate can really help you in the long run. You just need to have the clarity to set those other ideas aside until the time is right, until you have the time and the bandwidth. And so that, again, is really what I focus on. Is I've built this really successful digital marketing agency that now runs without me needing to be in it every single day, all the time. And so now I have the time and the bandwidth to reallocate to new revenue streams, right? Building passive products through our courses and our ebooks and all of that stuff, right? Through doing coaching, that's a newer revenue stream for the business, right? Business coaching. But also, are there other businesses I want to build, right? Real estate investing, that's a big thing that I've focused on building in the last year, right? Because I've built a business that can run without me. And so I've been able to remove myself from the day-to-day and refocus some of my time and energy on some of my other interests and some of my other passions. And that's where the magic happens, because now I can really lean into the fact that I am multi-passionate, right? But I can do it in a way that is more likely to successfully grow new businesses and new revenue streams. And I think that is just so important to think about if you are a multi-passionate entrepreneur, or if you've kind of built a more established business and now you're looking at, how do I develop new revenue streams, right? How do I increase my passive income? And I think that is really important to look at your time, look at your bandwidth, and figure out what's the most prudent for me to put my time and attention to now, so that I can build a thing that will allow me to shift that time and attention later, right? And continue to grow my revenue streams, continue to grow my income. So I hope this was really helpful. I know this is something that a lot of my coaching clients, I work with them a lot on. So I think it's going to be really great for you. So yeah, I'll see you next time.